everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are back at my allotment today. Last time I was here, that was a few days ago, when I was filling up the beds, the raised beds behind me, in order to plant my garlic that I had in modules, which currently is in the very last bed behind me. If you have seen that video, you will know that I was unlucky with some really bad compost badge that I have purchased. That was freshly bought compost at the time, about a week ago, and it was brought here to fill up beds. The quality of the compost turned out to be very bad. It was very dry and looked and felt like dust. So I'm quite sure that it's not very nutritious for the purposes of what I'm planning to do in those beds. I want to plant my onions that I also have in modules at home, still not at home, in the garden at home. And I want to bring them here and plant them in because the roots are outgrowing basically the modules. So, not being happy with the quality of that compost from last time, I made my way today to a garden center and purchased some hopefully good, better quality compost, multi-purpose compost, but also several bags of well-rotted horse manure. The difference between what I have at the back of my allotment, which is fresh horse manure, it's only been sitting there for about 2 months, like I mentioned in my previous video as well. And animal manure needs about 6 months of decomposing time to be ready to be used for planting in order not to burn the roots of the plant, especially if you want to plant young seedlings with very new roots. You have to be very careful with using fresh animal manure. Hence my decision out of desperation to go and purchase well-rotted manure from a local garden center. It is a trusted garden center of mine. I never had any issues with either compost or manure that I previously purchased from them for my garden. So I am hopeful that it will be fine. Also, by just bringing it in, loading it up into the car and then unpacking it here, it was very heavy, so it tells me that it's not a dry dust like the previous compost that I had. So I'm hopeful that it's a good quality. So what I am going to do now is to basically pour the compost and the manure out into those beds. I am planning to fill that middle bed as well because at the moment it's still empty. There is nothing in it. So I will prepare all of those beds. Hopefully I can also use some of the manure to kind of sprinkle around the garlic that I have in the very last bed, just to give it a little bit of a boost, because majority of the compost that was placed in the bed where the garlic is was the bad one. So I actually want to have some nutritious organic matter in there so that the garlic can take from it and develop and grow. So I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll start with it actually. We'll see. I will open some of the bags first and check the quality and then take it from there. Let's go and check the garlic first. obviously, as you can tell, we had a little bit of rain. I'm being ironic right now. It rained as if there was no tomorrow, basically, yesterday and last night. It was really, really bad. It was heavy, heavy rain. The garlic is in this bed, so I might just put some of the well-rotted horse manure kind of in between the rows so that it can dissolve in between the plants. I really hope that this garlic will survive. I also noticed that on this side of the bed, because the ground underneath is very uneven, and the compost is kind of, it can just come out through this gap here. So I might just push a little bit of that soil, that clay soil, from here closer to the bed to kind of build an edge, so that the compost doesn't escape from the bed, because that would be pointless. Okay, yeah, so let's do this. So the multi-purpose compost that I have here is with added John Innes. I think this will be good also for drainage as well. And then the horse manure that I have, as you can see, it's a well-rotted horse manure, so it's not fresh. And this one is ready to put the plants in basically straight away in it, which is what I'm hoping to do with the onion seedlings that I have so many at home. Okay, let's do this. Again, at the moment it's not raining, but it's kind of this weird feeling like it's almost about to start raining again. And it's cold. There is this cold wind that is very annoying always. Anyway, let's not complain. Oh, shite. Didn't expect that. I'm glad it didn't get me in my face. I am taking those bags out because these are the compost that I have here. One is ericaceous and one is meant for azaleas, and I just kept it there so it holds the cardboard that I had at the bottom of that middle bed, which when I initially started building it and filling out with compost, I didn't have enough compost, so that was basically the reason why I placed those 2 bags of random compost in there, so that the cardboard doesn't fly away. Okay. This is very squashy, the pathway. But at least, because I have it, I'm so glad I've done it, because at least I can start and continue doing some projects on the allotment. Oh my god, this is so heavy. This horse manure is just... it's so bloody heavy. But that only tells me that it's gonna be good. I need to bring my wheelbarrow here. I work out. Fudge. Lift this. Ew. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it. By the way, this path is full of water underneath the wood chip. I'm going to open the bags now. I have one multi-purpose compost bag left and one horse manure left as well. But I'm going to open the bags that I have placed in the beds first. Check the situation, spray it all out, and then make another decision about what to do next. Oh, this is bad. This already looks amazing, and it smells disgustingly lovely, just like you would expect. And as you can remember, if you haven't seen my previous video, go and check it. You'll see my natural reaction to the smell of the previous compost. Now this is lovely. That's what I'm talking about. That's the shit, as we would say. Yeah. Good one. I don't know when I will have a chance to bring the onions to plant them in. I would like to do it as soon as possible. But it's supposed to rain every day for as far as my weather app is showing. But if the situation, oh no, the bag is running away. I need to catch it. So yes, if the situation changes, and also logistically we have to always plan for it between my husband and I, and looking after our daughter. So we have a little girl who has a condition, and she's with different disabilities, including mobile disability, and she requires a lot of looking after. So on the weekdays, I'm the one who does that. She doesn't attend school very often because she also gets ill a lot. She's got quite poor immune system. So yeah, there's a lot of factors to take into account for me to be able to come here. My husband's availability, my daughter's health, and the weather. So yeah, but I will try to come here whenever I can, and also it will be better in the summer when the days get longer, because that means, oh yeah, this is heavy. That means that I can come here in the late afternoon and almost in the evenings, which is what I normally do with the home garden that we have. I usually spend time there in the evenings, almost, yeah, very often until late evenings throughout the summer on the weekdays, because also during the weekends we do like to spend time together as a family, obviously. Okay, this is a nice and crumbly compost, as you can see, with John Innes. So that's, we've added sand as well. This is going to be nice for drainage. Now I regret I didn't buy it the first place, because right now it's also on sale in this garden center. No affiliation here. I don't have any affiliations with any brands on my channel. It's all private purchases. But yeah, this is very reliable, and they have sale on some of the organic matter at the moment. This is lovely. It's so funny that we get excited about quality of compost. By we, I mean gardeners and people who are passionate about gardening. This is so random, but yeah. makes me happy. I think you could tell in my previous video when I was going through the bags of this very, oh, you can't see my face. I think you could tell in my previous video by the look on my face that my frustration was growing as I was opening and dealing with each bag of that very bad compost. And at the end of it, I was just so annoyed. And it's funny how a simple thing like putting out very good quality compost on a very foggy and almost rainy and not very warm, rather cold day can make someone happy. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy about this place and also my garden. Well, mainly my garden so far, but now this place, this allotment, is becoming my happy place. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has those thoughts. Ooh. Okay, so this is the third bag of manure, which is great, and both bags opened of the multi-purpose compost, both amazing quality. So no disappointments here, except for maybe this random piece of plastic. But I guess maybe a horse ate it. Lovely. Lovely. So I am going to bring that one last bag of rotted manure, I think, into the middle bed. Majority of it at least. This is no joke. It's so heavy. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, fudge. So, I'm going to use maybe 3/4 or 2/3 of the bag for this bed, and then I will bring the rest of it and sprinkle it in between the garlic. Lovely. Again, very good quality. Okay, that's the scissors, not to lose them. So let's take this. I'm going to sprinkle it around just as if that was mulch, basically. And as it decomposes, and with the rain and with the worms that will be working through the bed, this will go down into the roots. I really hope that this garlic will survive. But if it doesn't, then there's always another year. It just doesn't look very healthy. It doesn't look good. That's why I wanted to bring it out and plant it into the bed, because I noticed that in the modules, when it was still in my garden, it was kind of instead of kind of, you know, you expect the plant to grow bigger and do better, and it's kind of, I don't know, rotting, or yeah, it's just lesson for the next time, that not to bother with planting garlic into the modules. Maybe it would be a better idea to, if I have put it in bigger pots, like I used to grow my garlic in pots, like very, very big pots. So I would fill a humongous pots, the same, oh, go back, this is gold, do not escape. I would fill a humongous pot with compost and just plant the cloves of garlic directly in there, and it would just grow throughout the season in it, and it would be fine. It would just produce nice heads of garlic for me. And I did that for the past 3 years. That's simply because I have very small kitchen garden. If you haven't seen my garden in my other videos, you can check it out on my channel. And it's just a selection of what I want to put into my raised beds and what to grow in pots. And I would grow many different things in pots. I grew, that's acorn. I grew potatoes every year for the past 3 years in pots. I grew potatoes in potatoes. I grew pumpkins, starting from the pot and then train it along my picket fence, which was quite interesting to see. But that was before I started my YouTube channel, because I only started last October with the summary of the garden in September. Yeah, I would grow zucchinis in pots. I grew everything in pots. It's absolutely possible. So yeah, if you're new to gardening and, well, right now it's probably too late to start garlic, but for next year, if you don't have the space but you would want to grow it, don't plant it in modules. That would be my advice. Just put it straight away in as big pot that you can get, and just put several cloves in one pot and it will grow in there. Okay, I think that's plenty for the garlic. I will shove the rest into that middle bed. This is lovely. I like it. So this is how the beds are looking now after mulching with proper organic matter. Really lovely. So I am just quickly going to go around each bed and try to cover these kind of gaps like this and this, because this is where the compost is going to be escaping. Each bed is laid with cardboard on the bottom underneath the compost, but this will decay very quickly, the cardboard. And then I don't want the compost to be escaping through those holes. So I am going to do that now. And since this is mainly clay, this should just technically stay in place. Oh God. May as well just use my leg and my boot to do that. Yeah, that side would need doing as well, but I really don't want to fall into this. See how mushy this is? Okay. I think this is enough of playing in the mud for me for today. I am happy with the effects of mulching with this compost. I have 1 bag of the multi-purpose compost left, but I am going to just leave it here and use it for whatever I need it next time. My hair is in my face. So yes, the next steps will be to bring the onions whenever I have a chance, whenever there is a window of no rain, or at least light rain, because, you know, we can still work through a very light rain, but yeah, when the circumstances are good, I will bring the onions and plant them into the beds. I think that I will probably use at least 3, I think so, at least 3 beds for the onions, because I have quite a few, turns out. And then once I have the modules empty, I can start sowing things. I would like to start sowing some of the crops already, but again, I need to have the modules and I need to have the space that at the moment the onions are taking on the shelves, so that I can grow new stuff. Yeah, so this will be it for this video. Do let me know, what do you think about the situation with the compost, with the previous batch, the faulty one. Have you ever experienced anything like it? I know that this is in the previous video, but I'm only now kind of thinking about this whole situation and how frustrated it made me towards the end of that video, and later on when I edited the clips for that video, the previous one with that faulty compost, I realized how bad it was. And I thought, this is not right, because I paid money for it. I bought 10 bags of that compost, and I paid full price for it. So I spent nearly £70, including delivery charge, for that poor quality and for it not being really usable and serving its purpose. So that was basically money thrown out. Whereas today, when I went to the garden center and purchased in total 8 bags of, 5 of the rotten manure and 3 of the multi-purpose compost, and I spent £50 on it. So where's the logic in it? And the quality is it's nothing to compare to the other one from last week. So I think my gut is telling me to make a complaint to the provider of the faulty compost, because I don't think that this is right, that they sell something like this full price. I mean, even if it wasn't full price, which it was, that's not right to sell something like that. So yeah, let me know what you think about it and what would you have done in the situation. And then in the meantime, please stay safe. I hope you're okay in wherever you are with the volume of rain and the floodings, because there was a lot of accidents in Europe with that. There are roads that are being ripped off in the UK as well, from the ocean, and it's just bad. It's really bad. It's scary. And even going through my little town here, everywhere you look, there's floodings, like in the middle of town. Streets are flooded. It's just bad. It's really bad. So I hope, guys, that you stay safe and that you manage to do at least a little bit of gardening, even in those conditions, because as you can see, there's always a way of doing something. And I hope you find a little bit of joy in that. And let's hope that this weather will shift soon and it will become drier, and we need sunshine. We do need sunshine. Yeah, so until the next one. Bye.